when do you think this post was made? Surprise, surprise, there are bugs in Marvel Strike Force. In this video, we're talking about which ones you need to be aware of. One of the biggest questions I've been asked, should I build Secret Defenders or continue building Apocalypse? We got the answer for you in this video. We got more data mines about the 5th member of the Secret Defenders, and is big time Spider-Man better than we thought? We're talking all about that and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by my brother, MrHartgrave, and if you are ready for it, MrHartgrave, let him know what to do.
Let's go smash it.
And boom, welcome to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is MrHartgrave, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this video every single week, keeping you up to date on the latest in Marvel Strike Force. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 videos per week, news videos, question and answer videos, everything to help you experience in Marvel Strike Force. But today I am joined by a celebrity, MrHartgrave, featured in-game yesterday. Congratulations on this, brother. How does this feel? See, all these years of playing Marvel Strike Force, creating content for Marvel Strike Force, getting some recognition.
It's actually pretty nice. I know a lot of people were shocked to see this. Like, this is something that we didn't think was going to happen on this channel, especially after some of the earlier videos that we had. But look, today's MrHartgrave is a kinder, gentler MrHartgrave, at least on my YouTube channel. If you run into me on Twitch, I'm still a little surly, but I haven't really changed, but I have mellowed a bit, especially on my channel. So we got a lot of good Marvel Strike Force information on there. The video this links to is actually, I'm super proud of it. I think it's a great video. I think people are finding that out because we're up like 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming and checking out the channel and what we've been doing for the last 3 years.
All right, so shout out to you. Congratulations on this. But we are in the midst of one of the biggest events we've had in a while, the Black Cat event. But surprise, there are some bugs with this one that we need to talk about. It was a visual only bug. Once a player selects their difficulty in packs, the enemy character's stats and gear will be incorrect when previewing nodes. This should have been corrected on the first day. I did not notice this when I'm playing. Did you notice this? Has it been corrected?
Yeah, I noticed this on the playtest server, but yeah, it's just a visual bug, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I noticed it was there. I don't know if it's been fixed though.
Okay, I didn't notice it, so I have no idea it was fixed, but these milestones looking pretty good. I saw that you hit your target to get all the milestones. What is your target score? Is that your done score? Are you trying to get into some of these higher ranking rewards? What are you shooting for as far as what you want for this score, MrHartgrave?
Yeah, I normally end up in the top 2,000. It's kind of that's just where I end up due to my roster size. And because I try. So that's probably where I'll end up again. Right now, I have 1.6 million score, and I'm rank 940 right now. Okay. But that is on difficulty 8, and I have that run on my YouTube channel. If you want to know how I got there, I've got the full walkthrough. Probably going to do a difficulty 9 run. I know some people are doing difficulty 10. I don't think I have the roster for that, but I think I probably can challenge myself and pull a difficulty 9 run.
Yeah, I did a difficulty 8 with 2 of the scourges removed. I think I'm either going to do that with all the scourges on or go to difficulty 9 right away and see if my roster could compete, but I don't know if I can. Now let's talk about some of these individual nodes here. I think one of the most problematic nodes, not these brawlers, it is this Mystic Villain, especially Mission 7 here. This is the toughest one for me. Okay. This one I had to restart the most. It's all about managing cooldowns of Doom for me. What was your most problematic node, if you can remember some of these nodes?
Yeah, Mission 8, 100%. I did not have to replay Mission 7, although Mission 7...
8, okay.
Yeah, Mission 7 is tricky because you have to be ahead of that Silver Surfer. You can't let that Silver Surfer ultimate hit you. No matter which difficulty you're on, that thing's a problem. So you have to use a very specific team. You got to use Loki and Hela, probably Morgan Le Fay. And if you have Quicksilver built up, he can help you a ton right there. I don't have him. So I had to suffer through that, but I was okay.
I think my problem was with this Archangel because I killed a bunch of people with the Doom ult, and then Archangel just started pinging off my team. I'm like, I got to make sure I watch Archangel. But yeah, this Node 8 that you mentioned, it is a problem for a lot of people. I think it was harder on the test server from what I hear, but that Red Hulk with all those Gamma characters, with all the war bonuses, yeah, it is a problematic note if you don't have everything set up.
I believe I can say specifically the problem here was that She-Hulk was a green Hulk, and that was a big problem. But thankfully, we were able to get that corrected because that was just way too.
Yeah, with the immunity, him spawning with immunity, not being able to do anything to him. I didn't play it, but I read the comments. I'm like, oh, that's going to be very difficult. So I'm glad that they changed that. All right, but they did change some of the minimum scorings. Minimum score, 100,000 to complete. Previously, it was 450,000, which is where you would get the rank rewards. I think this is a good thing. I think it allows more players to get these rank rewards. What do you think of them changing this minimum score? We should have more players qualify now, right?
Yeah, I always want to see those minimums lower because that helps me be in the higher ranks. So yeah please. It helps players that are lower down actually get rewards, and it helps those at the top have more leniency in how big the 1%, the 2% is. So it's just like more rewards for everybody. I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah, one of the major problems that I think this is trying to address, someone would be ranked 2001, for example, and they wouldn't get these 1 to 3% rewards, or the 4 to 6, or they go right to 10 to 9 because there's so little players that qualified. So hopefully this lower, the lower minimum scores will help to increase the amount of players that actually unlock Black Cat, and will actually make these a little, people actually get these rewarded, the 1 to 3 and the 4 to 6 and the rest of these rewards. I'm hearing right now about 9,000 or 90,000 have already qualified. What is the number that you're hearing so far that have qualified for this?
Nobody tells me anything. I have no idea.
I think it's going around the community like, oh, I just hit the 100,000. This is what rank I'm at. So I think that's where this is coming from. So I think it's a community that's sharing it with each other. But you haven't heard anything about what the score is?
No, I haven't been live. I'll be live on Twitch every Friday at PM talking Marvel Strike Force. And that's probably when I would start to hear stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really have for it right now.
I'm live every single morning. So everything that I miss overnight, luckily, the Valley Club catches me up to date on everything going on there. Now, one of the biggest questions that people have been asking is about Apocalypse. Now that we have the secret defenders here in the game, should we shift from unlocking Apocalypse? Should we go secret defenders now? And what I've been telling people, if I did not have Apocalypse, and I'm just not even a small Apocalypse, just not even having that, I think I would build the secret defenders now, get my arena team solid, and then go back to whatever you're doing for Apocalypse. What are your thoughts on these secret defenders? Do you need to build all of them? Is this the arena team if you don't have Apocalypse, or should you focus on Apocalypse first? What are you recommending, and what would you do personally if you did not have Apocalypse at this point?
Yeah, it's a good question. And we talked about this a little bit before we started recording. And what we kind of came to was you want to build the core 3 secret defenders right now.
And who are those core 3 for people that haven't watched some of our previous videos? Black
Cat, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, and Miss Marvel Hardlight. Those are the 3.
All right, everybody else, skip Doctor Strange, skip Photon, build those 3, and then go back to whatever you're doing for Apocalypse.
Defensively, Photon can be good. Doctor Strange is never good.
Oh, we were wondering about it at our server. I'm like, maybe that's his use on defense, but not really.
I don't think so. You know, if you have the resources to spare, sure, you can try full secret defenders and see if it holds at your level of arena.
Yeah.
But anyone with Apocalypse is going to kind of, if they have secret defenders and Apocalypse, they're going right through it. That's just what that's going to.
Gotcha. Now, you said you had a secret that you're going to be dropping in the next few days about what's going on in arena. What is this secret that you want to reveal? What can you tell us about this so far?
Yeah, I'll drop it in conjunction with this video so people can go get the information right now. As soon as this is live, I will go drop the video on my channel, so go check it out. And yeah, you hinted at it in the introduction. Big Time Spider-Man has a use in the arena, and it's kind of shocking. The whole bit is kind of shocking.
No, don't tell me that. I don't want to build Big Time Spider-Man. Do I need to build them to win an arena nowadays?
I wouldn't worry about that part. Go check out my video. You can see exactly how much you need to build him. I think you're going to be relieved by that part.
So not a big investment. All right. I got to check that out. I don't want to build him, but arena is very, very important. If he's going to help in arena, I'll bite the bullet. I'm not building him for war defense though at all.
Yeah, not a big deal. And actually, the Isotope 8 setup is going to be different than what you use in war as well. So definitely check out my video because there's a lot of kind of technical pieces that go into it and how it works.
All right. I'm looking forward to that.
Checking out. Yeah. Short
and
video.
if you got the video link and I get it from you in time, it will be down in the description with along with all your contact information and everything. I mean, it should be in game. People in game should know where you are right now.
Everybody can find MrHartgrave today.
Everybody can just log in game and you'll find his channel. All right. Let's talk about this event going on right now. This Ghost Rider event, Ego 1382. This event seems pretty friendly. We got some Ghost Rider shards here. We got some Ghost Rider shards in the orb. We got some pretty good rewards here. I need a lot of this miasma. I need a lot of this gear here. I like these rewards, but people are complaining about the orbs themselves because the drop rates are pretty bad. And I think the minimum is 0 is what people are saying here. Yeah, he's not on the side shards there. So you can't get 0. You can get nothing. I got lucky. I didn't know that the chance was 0. I got like 30 in my first day, but I think I'm ahead of the curve. I think I'm maybe getting some bad drops. What do you think of these orbs? What do you think of this event?
It's not just that he's not guaranteed. It's the other characters in there are so past meta. It's like, what is going on in like?
Wait, you don't want more Weaver shards?
Oh my God.
Weaver, I use Weaver in Crucible. Weaver shards aren't good.
Like if you were throwing the other secret defenders in here, great. If you were throwing Bifrost in here, great.
Emma, she was a recent Strike Pass character.
Emma. Why is Emma in? Like, come on, guys.
Bad characters, bad orb. We also have a web milestone associated with this, and people are wondering, this says 4 days left on this. The in-game message with the associate event says 5 days. And people are wondering, is this a mistake? I don't think this is a mistake. We didn't get all the information in the beginning, and what I was complaining about when we got this piece of information, some alliances in certain zones are going to have more wars than the others. Some are going to have less. So they actually reduced it to increase the fairness of this. What do you think of these web rewards? We're getting some of these Ego milestone points. We're getting gold and we're getting 10 pads, which I'm already done with the event. So this doesn't mean much to me. What do you think of these web rewards? Do you think it was fair to make it even across the board, or should they have done something else? Announced something, made it 3 wards each instead of 2 wards each?
I mean, that would have been better for the community because with 2 wars, you're going to get all the 10 pads, but I don't think you're going to max it out. So what you're going to need to do is buy war credits from the arena store. And that's going to help you out a little bit, although those are capped. So it's still going to be kind of tricky. It's not the best.
All right. Well, I'm glad they extended it. It would have been better if I'm glad they made it fair. It would have been better if they extended it. And so every alliance gets 3 wars instead of some getting 2, some getting 3. But it is what it is. I just hope that these rewards here for this Eagle 1382 is good. But there's already an issue with this event, MrHartgrave. Did you hear about the arena orbs or the arena credits that we were supposed to be making purchase with, but was not there?
Yeah, this is why I haven't put out a video on this yet. And the next video I'm going to put out will be some revised math once I know how many points we're going to be able to buy every day with our arena credits, which we do not know yet.
All right, so we were supposed to be able to purchase things with our arena credits for this event. That offer was not there yesterday. And what they said, the messaging from Archangel, the offer for Eagle 1382 event that would have been purchasable with arena credits did not appear in game today as intended. The offers that will appear on subsequent days will have an additional purchase available to make up for the missing offer today. It sounds like at the end of this event this is going to be a wash. So I don't think this is a huge deal unless for some reason you can't play on the day that there's 2 or 3 offers and you would have been able to play that days. Other than that, I don't see this being a huge issue. What are there any other issues that I'm not considering here?
No, I think it should work out in the end the way that they're doing it. And if it doesn't, we'll let them know about it and hopefully they can fix it at that point, which they historically have done. The bigger problem is I just don't know how good this or how many problems, if there's any problems with this event, I won't know it until they put it out. So like from a community standpoint, we're really just hoping that they've done this event right as far as the numbers. We really don't know.
We don't know. And even after that first day, we could have different offers purchased or different offers available at different point levels and stuff. And there's no consistency here. Just because they offer, for example, 1,000 milestone points on the web one day, it could go up to 2,000 the next day. It could go down to 500 the next day. So it's hard to calculate a lot of these until these events are done because things switch.
I will say this.
Yes.
The best thing I can say about this event is that they did the same event for Teen Loki. And even after they ran the event, they still gave out more Teen Loki shards in other events. And they will probably do the same thing with Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. Unlike what they did with like when they do a Blitz release, they tend not to give out any more shards for free after that. So those are typically worse than this. So even if you don't get a very high star Robbie Reyes, they'll probably give you some more shards in other events that'll happen this month.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm going to push back a little bit on that because they have been doing that since last year, giving more shards in other events. Not as many on release, but through the next 2 months or so, we're getting about the same amount of shards. If you look at the first 3 months of the character release, we're getting about the same amount of shards. The difference is we were getting that all in like month 1 previously. Now it's spread out over to the next 2 months, but I don't think it matters as far as the release. Blitz releases, we still have had subsequent events that give us more shards, but yeah, it's just different than it is in the past, and we're not getting as many up front, and it doesn't seem as good. But at the end of the day, this event, we should be made whole with all this stuff, and it shouldn't be too bad. Now, we also had another offer. Some more errors, MrHartgrave. Are you surprised that there's more errors in Marvel Strike Force? There's a smile on your face. You look very surprised.
Bugs in Marvel Strike Force?
Don't blasphemy, right? I'm speaking some horrible language here, but there's an offer in the store titled Leaderboard Day Sale, Massive Reveal, that's not giving players to advertise 500 power cores and 4 premium orbs. Now, it was a little confusing. I had to reach out to Archangel because as we see the event in the game right now, there is just a Kang shard. So I needed to get some clarification. It says the offer will be up as its advertised duration, but that is not the case because this is what the offer looked like before with those power cores and those premium orbs. But I did reach to Archangel. He said that even though it's showing up like this in the game, you'll still get those power cores, you'll still get those premium orbs. And I think if those are included, this is a good offer. What do you think of this offer in game? $5, 50 Kang shards, 500 power cores. For me, I have the valuation, 500 power cores is $5. So just for that, it's worth it. These Kang shards, the premium orbs are extra for me. What do you have as far as valuation? And is this something that you will purchase if those 500 cores are included?
Yeah, I think they've done this one before, and yeah, I mean, just for the power cores, it's a good offer if you need power cores. This is the cheapest price that they offer power cores at, other than like the $1 for 2,000 that happens.
Oh yeah, sometimes they're insane offers, but good offers. I think this is a pretty good offer.
This is a good offer, and it's probably going to be devalued if you're doing this for the Kang shards. I wouldn't do it for the Kang shards alone, because he's been out for quite a while. They're probably about to open up another method to get his shards. So
possibly.
That might be one of the reasons why we're seeing this.
Is he going to be added to premium orbs and Emma's coming out, or Emma's coming out of orbs? That's why they're giving so many shards away. Is that what you think? Because that's where my head is going right now.
I hope that they're taking Cersei and Icarus out of the premium orb and putting in Kang and Vol or something to that effect. Kang and Zombie Iron Man. I don't know. Ooh. I hope that they're doing something because I have like 600 premium orbs, so I'm ready.
Oh, you've been saving. I've been opening them. I've been wanting some more Rebirth and Bifrost and all those stuffs. And sometimes I get stuff, but a lot of times I just get duplicate Ultimus Orb shards. All right, we had a event end, event campaign mission. This had some pretty good milestones. I reached almost all the way. I didn't get the pay to win milestones, but I think I got all the free to play milestones. Considering I did spend a lot of cores, I think is good. These ranking rewards, really, really good. What did you think of this Miss Marvel Hala 51 event? It's
always disappointing when you can't get down to the bottom of it free to play. But other than that, what were we doing for? We were playing raids.
We were getting the campaign orbs, the event campaign mission, opening the orbs. You also had to play in raids with your Bifrost, but the main scoring here was with those energized orbs. And I was doing my 50 core refreshes and the 100 core refreshes because Miss Marvel's arena character, she's one of the 3 that's important. So I wanted as many shards for Miss Marvel as possible. This event was just bonus for me. So I like that we're getting this extra stuff. I like that we're getting just to spend and get shards for her, but it's less shards than we got in these previous event campaign missions.
I wish it was still running because the event campaign is still running. I would like that to still be incentivized. Here's another thing I want to bring up, though, that's actually really important if you haven't looked at it. Look at the event store. We're running into a problem in the event store. I've let the developers know about this as well because it is really an issue that we need to work on. Mm-hmm. And the event store is going to end in like
7 days. 7 days and 2 hours.
Now you're doing well. You only have 1,000 credits, so that's good.
Oh yeah, I buy every character shards I see, and I'm like, I got a lot of these. Let me just buy whatever I'm low on. So if I see something below 300, I'm like, ooh, should I buy that? And I've been buying a lot of stuff. So
if you are not that low, you are running out of time to spend it, and we're all about to get. If you're highly engaged in the current event, you're going to end up with another 40,000 credits, but you're not going to end up with that until the event is almost over, because there's 2 reset charges, right?
There's this one for 30,000 and then another one for 30,000. Actually, those are event points. You're getting a little different amount of the currency, but yeah, you're getting a bunch of currency with the stuff.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have time to spend it.
Spend. Well, I'm going to be buying catalyst parts, all this stuff. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to buy all these character shards like I've been doing.
Be wary of it. There's not enough time to spend. If you have like a lot of credits, there's no time left. You just have to buy everything.
Gotcha. Now, as far as the event campaign mission for Ms. Marvel, it's still going on. What are you spending as far as cores per day? I've reduced my 100 cores to 50 cores. I'm not finished with the day. I might still bring that back up to 100. What are you doing? Especially considering the next 2 characters are war defense characters. What are you doing with this? Are you spending the 50s, the 100s? Are you just getting what you're getting naturally? What are you doing with this Light Warriors now that the milestones are over?
So you were doing like 600 cores a day?
I guess so, yeah.
In the hundreds, yeah, that's what I was doing as well. So while the event was running, I was doing the 50s and the 100s. Now that the event's over and my hard light is at 4 stars,
nice.
I think that I'm just going to do the 200 a day.
Okay.
The 200 cores, the 50s.
All right, I've done my 50s already, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do the 100s at the end of the day. I got a few more hours to decide. Here's
the other thing to keep in mind too. Like I actually have enough shards that with the strike pass, Ms. Marvel hard light's actually in the strike pass.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, let's talk about that. That is something changed. We've had old characters here for a while. She's there right now. Really, really good.
So with the strike pass, it's going to put me at 5 stars. So actually, I don't need to spend any cores on the event campaign, because what am I going to do? Get 20 shards over like 5 stars? It's not going to get bigger than 5.
That much closer to your 6 and that much closer to your 7. Every shard matters.
I don't really think it does. I think I'd rather have my cores. But yeah, it's definitely something to consider. Have a look at the strike pass and how far away you are from your next star. I would just get Ms. Marvel hard light up to your next star and then stop the core spend. Yeah.
Well, you said every core matters. I don't know if it does. Our next 2 characters are war defense characters. I don't need the orbs. I'm not going to just go hard on those events. I think I might be spending for Ms. Marvel here. All
right. What if they require the next team for another Scourge?
I hope they don't. They haven't done that with the Marauders. They did that with the Asgardians, but they haven't done that with some teams. It's not every single team. So I'm hoping that this one slips through the cracks. You got a big devious smile on your face. Oh no.
They want you to build every team these days.
Screw the war defense.
I hope you're right. I don't want to build it either.
I hope I'm right.
I hope that they put if they do that, I hope they put another team with it that is better or as good. I mean, it's really sucked that they paired Nowhere with Sinister Six. It really forces you to build Nowhere.
Yeah. At least they're war offense, though. I don't want to build. That's like forcing me to build Heroes for Hire, which also wasn't necessary for anything. So, screw Infestation, screw new Avengers because they're war defense, unless they make them a little more viable in other game modes. All right, but continuing with war, we got a new season of war. No Black Order. We got mutants this time. What do you think of this new season of war, Mr. Hartgrave?
I don't like it as much because I'm not as engaged with war. I think people that are really into war are probably enjoying this. I don't know. Let us know down in the comments. You gotta tell them to do that, Valley. You gotta tell them to.
Okay, let us know if you like this season of War in the comments. I think I'm in the same boat as you. We actually were in the Alliance previously. You were the Alliance leader like 3-4 years ago. And we had War then. Yeah. And my engagement of War is still about the same. That's why I left the Alliance. I'm like, you guys are too hardcore for me. I'm pretty much doing what my Alliance leader tells me to do. I put those teams on defense and I try my best on offense. And that's because we're in a casual war alliance. Are you guys casual at this point, or are you guys pretty hardcore?
I don't know. We got hardcore for the last one because it was really cool. We all have big black orders. Okay. So it was like, all right, guys, put your black order on defense. And it worked. And we were getting wins. And it was like, this is cool. Right now, I'm like, I don't know, put your death seed on defense. I don't know what to even say. I'm just not checking.
Mutants. Put the Marauders. Put all your mutants. Your good mutants, your bad, uncanny, astonishing, all of them.
Here's the problem. As soon as you drop Cargo Bay, as soon as you drop Med Bay, all those teams suck again.
Oh.
It's over. Like the war is over as soon as Cargo Bay goes down, really.
Is that a bad thing, though? Is that a bad thing? Get the war over quicker.
It's not, but it doesn't make it very exciting. Whereas Black Order was kind of good the whole war. Like Black Order really got bad. It got less good, but it didn't really get bad. It was still good.
Well, here's the argument that I guess we were discussing beforehand. Black Order, they're telling us what to do. We've asked for more theory crafting, more, less cookie cutter teams. They've given us mutants. We don't have a full team. It doesn't say astonishing. It doesn't say uncanny. We've gotten that. Now we got that. It's like, hey, I just want to be told what to do. Yeah. We can't have it both ways. So which way would you rather have it? The Apocalypse, the Black Order way, or the Dark Dimension New War Rules way? Which would you rather have, MrHartgrave?
All right, here is where I do my heel turn on the audience.
Oh, I was waiting for this. Yes, let's go.
It doesn't matter which way you do it. MrHartgrave's going to win regardless. So yeah, no, I don't really care. I wasn't one of these guys that was like, oh, I need more theory crafting. I'm like, I'll find it. I'll find the theory crafting. People will complain at me either way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to win. So it doesn't matter. But I preferred for war. I like them just to tell me. I don't want a theory craft in war because I'm sick of the game mode. I've been sick of it for years.
Gotcha.
That's just war. Yeah.
Where does the Black Order go from now? You mentioned your alliance had a lot of Black Order built. They don't have their buffs anymore. There were rumors, I guess, from a dev interview that they were getting a rework, but that may have been just him saying, hey, I think it'd be cool to have this. What do you think Black Order is going to get a rework? Do you think they're going to have some use, or they're back to useless now?
Yeah, I was in that meeting, and I mean, there was some talk of a Black Order, permanent rework to kind of reward people who maybe built it up for that season. And I don't know where that talk has ended. I don't know.
I thought that it was going to be done. Mobile Gamer thought that was him just shooting ideas off of his head. How did you interpret that comment that he made about Black Order getting a rework?
That was where was the comment made? What am I referring to? I don't want to break my NDA, but man, I got the impression that was happening.
Okay. That's all. You don't have to break any NDA. Just what your impression was.
Oh, I was under the strong impression that was happening. Let's say that.
All right. Well, I hope they get a rework. That talk was bringing them up to like Infinity Watch level, which would be cool. I think that's where the Black Order should be at this point. Not in the top 5 meta, but a good team, useful if you've made that investment.
I was speculating from what I heard that most of that rework was going to focus around Thanos, kind of making Thanos. I was gathering my impression was that Thanos was going to become a plug and play character.
Thanos was specifically mentioned, not the rest of the Black Order, but that was supposed to bring the whole team in line with the Infinity Watch. So
and give some value to Thanos, make Thanos kind of a worthy character of his stature in the Marvel universe. I thought that sounded cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what that happens. Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys want to see that happen? Do you not want to see that happen? So there's less teams to focus on. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know your thoughts about Dark Dimension 6. Now, I got my first 2 characters up to Gear 18, Nemesis, Captain America. I'm really focused on global right now. I know there's a lot of characters that I could have brought up. I'm going with global because that's the first section. How are you doing in Dark Dimension, and what are your thoughts so far?
I approve of Captain America. I'm really surprised you didn't go for Apocalypse over Nemesis.
The reason I didn't bring Apocalypse is because of this. It was at like 10 at the time that I started Nemesis, so I thought it would take a lot longer to get there. So that's why I did that. Apocalypse is the better character. Apocalypse is awesome, but I did Nemesis in the meantime, thinking I could get the rest of the mutant gear before I got those astral energy, but it doesn't look like it's the case. So I made it a little bit of a mistake on that one.
A little bit, because Apocalypse is going to do more for you.
I thought I was getting a lot more gear 18 pieces, and the astral energy would take a while. It looks like that astral energy, I'm going to get that. Now I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done Nemesis. But how are you doing? How are you doing in Dark Dimension 6, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. And let me just throw out a real quick tip here. This is why it's good to not gear any of this stuff until you have all 5 ready. That's the best advice.
I should have waited on that one.
Don't wait. But all right, but I break that rule myself plenty of times.
All right, we all make rules, and they're like, in the heat of the moment, like, all right, let me do this right now.
All right.
This feels good.
I am about 1 or 2 attacks away from finishing the global section of Dark Dimension 6.
Nice.
And I have my cosmic team fully built. So I'm ready to go in. I believe I'm going to be doing that this Friday on Twitch at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come check it out, I believe I'll be ready to do that then.
All right. And who did you end up bringing in for global? Captain America. I saw your Apocalypse. I know you had your Apocalypse ready. So
yes,
probably made it very, very easy getting through global.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it made it easy, but it's with Apocalypse, all things are possible.
Yes.
Because every day, no matter how bad your team is, and this is good thing for people to know, no matter how bad your choices are for global, right? Mm-hmm. Bad, because there are. I mean, it's your choices. Whatever you want to do. Apocalypse every day can load in, hit his ultimate, hit his basic, delete someone.
And that's regardless if where your cooldowns are, right? He starts with his ultimate available every single day if you have that big boy Apocalypse.
Exactly. So if you have
devs, don't listen to this part. Don't listen to this part, devs. This is a bug that we want to keep in the game.
So if you have big Apocalypse, you're going to be able to remove at least 1 character. I'd say even if he isn't empowered, you're still powerful enough that you're going to be able to remove 1 character a day. And most days I was removing like 6. So it wasn't the problem. So Apocalypse is absolutely a cheat code for global. And the team I ended up taking into global was Titania, Apocalypse, Nemesis, Captain America, and Iron Fist World War II.
Okay, so I'm right behind you. Just I don't have as much mutant gear because we're not doing as good raids as you.
But all good choices, by the way. I don't regret any of that. I think it's all really good. People were criticizing Iron Fist World War II. His stun is really, really helpful. And if you have him as a skirmisher, he is able to land that on anybody. I didn't have a problem with the stun not landing, even in Dark Dimension 6, which says a lot. So he has the stats, and he doesn't have much synergy, but just that stun is very crucial. Titania, maybe not the best, but she has good stats, and it really helps me out with the Nova Scourge to have such a big Titania for that. So it's more valuable outside of Dark Dimension 6, but a very good use of bio gear.
All right. I like your choices. I do question that Titania and Iron Fist one, but that's the good thing about Dark Dimension. We can make our own choices. We don't all have to make the same choices in this. We could base it on what gear we have and things like that. Now, one thing that I am short on, I'm not going to be able to base any decisions on this, is gold. Luckily, we do have Payday coming in little over a day from now, but gold is still lacking for me, my friend. Has that gold bottleneck eased up for you? Is it the same? Is it gotten worse? And what can we do to add more gold in this game? Where is a reasonable request that we can make the devs to add gold that they actually might consider doing?
All right, now I would never say this to developers. If we've already told the developers to stop watching this video, right?
Okay, yeah, you guys stop watching, developers. All right.
Don't watch.
What do we have to say just between us, MrHartgrave?
And once again, another heel turn, I guess. You know what happens.
Oh, no.
I don't really have a gold problem.
Oh. All right, I do.
It's not a thing. Look, I would never say that, guys. Don't think that I go around broadcasting this. Yes, give us more gold. Give everybody more gold. 100% on board with that. I'm not arguing with anybody. But me, myself, personally, I had 200 gold orbs going into this Black Cat Scourge. I built nowhere.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I
don't know. I'm jealous of you, man. Every time one of these scourges roll around, all my gold just goes down because I'm trying to rush to build characters. So that happens every single time.
I don't have it anymore now. Now I did spend, I still have 40 gold orbs, but I built nowhere to level 95. I built Secret Defenders to level 95. So
nice. You're ready.
Don't really have a problem.
All right.
Are you
what about the rest of the community that is not in your unique situation with over 200 gold orbs? I've heard some suggestions. Blitz wins, add some gold there. Crucible rewards, arena wins. Where do you think is the most likely area the devs would add?
I think it needs to go to Cosmic Crucible because the rewards in Cosmic Crucible are not good, but the game mode is good. So we should incentivize people to interact with it by putting some gold orbs there. On the topic of gold, are you farming gold orbs?
Every single day. I only am farming absorbing man right now. So I farm those 3 gold nodes and the hard heroes missions every single day, and I'm still out of gold orbs. So
yeah, make sure you guys are doing that. The training orbs are really not a problem for me. I've been farming training orbs too.
Yeah, this is my supply. I do the gold orbs and the training orbs every day. Got 22 gold orbs right now. Yep. So not a lot. My training orbs, I haven't opened these in a while. This used to be my problem. 61 of these. So
that seems to not be as much of an issue. I know that like a year ago, training orbs were like a problem, but now that seems
3 months ago for me. I had so much gold and hardly any training mats. Now it's flip-flopped. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm buying gear in the store to get my characters up to gear 18 to get into our Dark Dimension 6, and I wasn't back then. So that could be it. But yeah, I need more gold. Or you know what, devs? Okay, you can listen to this part again, devs. Add those gear 18 pieces in the Crucible store. It'll make Crucible great again because that was one of the best stores. And then put the gold either in arena for wins or rank rewards, or like a lot of the community has been asking for years, every Blitz win gives a little bit amount of gold. It would make these Blitz events a little less painful when they happen, knowing that you're getting something that you can use. You don't want that?
No, don't do that.
Add them somewhere. Add them somewhere. We got them in war rewards. Maybe we add them in a season raid reward. So we're getting a big supply every week. Maybe that's the solution there.
Yeah, keep it kind of going, like not just the war rewards, but put that big amount of gold in raid rewards. That would be
that would be another solution as well. A lot of different options. I think all of these are reasonable, especially in some of the light of some of the decisions the devs have made. Let me know what you guys want to see as far as this, as we talk about some Teal Origin challenges. We've been promised this. New Tier Origin challenge. Put the strength of your roster on display with the new tier challenges and rewards to help you stock up on more valuable augmented Origin gear. This sounds awesome. I want to leave you with this question, MrHartgrave. When do you think this post was made?
Probably just like yesterday, right?
Yeah, because I've been waiting on this too. No, scroll all the way up. This is version 7.1 release notes. We're almost at version 7.4, May 10th, 2023. And it gets even better, MrHartgrave, because as the notes for 7.3 dropped, someone asked on Reddit, are we going to get the new Teal Origin challenge that was supposed to happen in 7.2? I thought the first time it ever mentioned 7.2 update notes, they were actually mentioned as 7.1 update notes. Sarima says, we owe you an update on that, so we will announce soon. But that last response, August 2nd, so 29 days ago, when do you think we're going to get this update challenges? Do you think they're going to also skip update 7.3 for these new Teal challenges?
I'm sure that they'll mention it in the next roadmap whenever that arrives.
New Teal challenges or the update notes from 7.4. New Teal challenge arriving this update. We promise this time. We really promise this time. Hopefully we get some updates on this soon because we have not heard about anything about this for almost a month now, but we were promised this back in May of this year. Come on, Scopely. All right, next. We got the new Avenger Kits announced. Mockingbird, Ronin. I kind of like the kit of Mockingbird. She does some healing. A little disappointed, but that is based on her max health and not like a drain like Nemesis said. Ronin seems very not really relevant outside of war defense. What do you think of these two new characters, Mockingbird and Ronin? Do you think they're going to have any use outside of war defense? Are there Dark Dimension considerations for either of these characters?
You could consider Ronin for Dark Dimension 6 because of his tags. He's another good city character, right? So that is interesting.
Yes.
City's cool. Now he's going to compete with Black Cat for your skill gear in the back half of Dark Dimension 6. I've already kind of decided that Black Cat is going to tier 18 right now. And that's going to impact my ability to take Ronin at all.
Oh, man. I know you're super disappointed about that, MrHartgrave.
I would say right now to skip this team. This is a team you can skip. You don't have to build. However, whenever I say that, I get forced to build the team like I did with Nowhere. I was going to skip Nowhere too. I wasn't going to build that team. It looks like I do get to skip Infestation to a point. So that's nice. But I don't know. I just kind of fear that they're just gonna make this a requirement for something, and then I'm just gonna have to be stuck building it. I think I got good red stars on Coulson and Thing, so that's all I guess.
That's good. That's good. But this is where my Ronin and Mockingbird are right now. This is where my big time Spider-Man is right now. They're probably going to stay there for a long time unless something in your video convinces me to build up big time Spider-Man. But this is probably where Ronin and Mockingbird are going to stay for a little bit because I'm just not into war. I'm not into war defense, MrHartgrave, at all.
I'm not into war defense or offense. Like I said, I wasn't going to build Nowhere, but now I have like a full tier 18 Nowhere. I didn't mention it earlier, but that's my cosmic team. I basically took all of Nowhere.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I wasn't going to do that, but here I am. And I might end up taking Ronin up to tier 18 for Dark Dimension 6 because it might make sense. No wonder you
smashed so hard in the Black Cat event. Jeez, you get a gear 18 Nowhere. All right, so let me ask you about these war defense teams because they seem very unappealing to me. What if they gave you rewards based on each defensive win? Would there be a little more appeal for you to build some of these war defense teams? Because right now, you build a war defense team, you don't see that used, you don't really use it, it annoys your opponents, and you get zero rewards for that investment you made in that other than the war rewards, which are pretty crappy. Would that incentivize you to build these war defense teams if you got something, you know, as some war credit or something, just something for those war defensive wins?
Yeah, I don't know what they would have to give me or how much for me to care about that, but it would have to be substantial. So if they're going to do it, it would have to be like in a big way. I mean, I guess as much as you get for a war win. If I got war credits, it's going to screw up all of their events, though. I guess if they have limits,
they put the limit caps on there, yeah. And then if you got a crazy good war defense team,
great,
and you get a lot of scores. I think it's gonna be harder to get those crazy like 20 wins, like Heroes for Hire season with the new exhausted effect. But good, let me get something for the investment because right now with war defense, you get nothing back for your investment.
Hey, better yet, the whole alliance should get the credits whenever one of your alliance mates gets the
yeah, I like that. Yeah, we got some whales on alliance that's going to have some huge teams, and I like that. That's better. I like that better.
That'd be fun. Really flood war credits because what are we even buying in the war store anymore?
I buy war credits in the war store.
There you go. There's nothing to buy in there. So
there's what is in there now? Let me go look. What do we got in this war store? I forgot about it.
I'm not farming any characters.
I buy Nokia in the war store.
Yeah, I'm barely buying anything.
I bought this. I buy this, MrHartgrave. I'm buying that in the war store. I'm buying Nokia. Look, I got no war credits, but I'm buying war credits in the war store. That's what I'm buying in the war store right now.
With the alliance credits. Yeah, okay, got it.
Alliance credits, yeah. Let me ask you before we move on to the next topic, where is your infestation right now? Have you built them at all for war defense? Have you put any of the T4s, put any levels into them at all?
No, I haven't touched them. They're just, it's not appealing to me at all.
Well, MrHartgrave, what if I mentioned that a few weeks ago on MarvelStrikeForce.com, we had some interesting posts here that looks like on the gamma rates, infestation will be required or will be available for certain nodes, the outer lane, for some reason, not the boss node. And we did just get some data mines that looks like this is also happening. Doesn't mention anything about the boss node though, but the data mine does say this. Infestation team can now be used on select gamma 3 and 4 nodes. Invest in Spider-Man big time and his infested friends to now complete even higher difficulties in the raids for even bigger rewards. would you build them for the raids, even though probably not useful too much for war defense unless you're really, really into war?
No, and I think the thing is, everyone who's like endgame has already worked out a solution for that. It's nice to see it added. Plus, I'm not going to do it.
I'm endgame. We just skipped the lane. We don't have a solution. We're just avoiding that lane. We're getting 60%. Is this going to allow some alliances to get to 100%? Are there some crazy people on each alliance that's going to build that infestation team?
I assume that it's a better incentive than what's there right now. Another reason I have to not build it is I'm in the middle and I really want to see something happen in that middle lane.
Defenders, the secret defenders are going to be defenders here in the middle lane here. So we got something here.
Oh, you know what? We do have defenders, the secret defenders. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, I didn't think about
we got secret defenders in the middle. That should be easy, right?
But not at the very start. At the very start, it's Brotherhood and Shield.
All right, at least there's Magneto there. And keeping with the war defense team, the fifth member of the new Avengers looks like it got announced in the DATAMINES. It looks like we're going to get a kit for Tigra coming in tomorrow's blog post, and Ronin offers and dates, and a secret sorcery month-long overview. It looks like Doctor Strange is going to be the featured character, but the reward's going to be an orb featuring secret defender characters. So at least according to the DATAMINES, that looks good, especially if they're giving us a lot of Hard Light, Ghost Rider, and Photon shards, and not so much Doctor Strange shards. But Tigra, what do you think of this as the fifth new Avenger?
Okay. I don't know, man. How am I supposed to feel about that? I don't have any strong feelings about Tigra.
Do you know about her from the comics?
Not very, very little.
I know what she looks like, and that's about it. I don't know too much about the character other than that.
Doesn't resonate with me. I'm assuming that she's going to be bio-global. That's really boring.
Wait, did you say this character doesn't resonate with you?
No.
That'll be perfect for a war defense team.
Yeah, it's pretty good for that.
All right, so yeah, we're in alignment on that. Next, another war defense character, Ronin. It looks like we got some more information here, DATAMINES, and how to recruit. We got an event. Over the Edge orb, limited time offers in the store, and an upcoming event. How difficult do you think it's going to be to obtain Ronin character shards? And how much should players be pushing for it at this point, judging by the kit that we saw, last week on the blog post here?
Like I said, man, if we're going to get forced to build this team, I would always keep your options open. Just because I thought I was going to skip nowhere didn't mean I didn't participate fully in every event to try to get as many shards as possible. So that's what I would suggest for pretty much all this stuff, is always gather up as many shards as you can, because you never know what they're going to do. There are no rules. They can make a team required for anything at any time. They can change whatever they want. So it might look kind of, garbage right now. It could become something that we kind of have to adopt.
Yeah, I agree with that. It doesn't matter if we're going to need the character or not. Get as many stars as possible. When I say don't invest in the character, don't put your gold, don't put your training mats, don't put your gear until you know you need that character. Even ISO 8 and maybe even your ability mats. But yeah, get as many stars as possible for the character, because you never know what's going to happen. But don't spend a lot of resources until you know something for sure. And that's what I'm recommending here. Yeah, go hard in these events, go as hard as it'll let you, and get the stars. Just don't waste your resources unless you are into war defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, let me double down. So I'm not upset that I didn't build Nowhere earlier. I waited until the Scourge was live and until I knew there was no other option. There was no building Sinister Six. There was no other way. Then I built it. And so I just held all my resources until it just becomes like, okay, I have to do it now.
Yeah, maybe I should be more patient like you. Then I won't be investing in bad characters, or I could have gotten maybe not a bad character since Nemesis is good, but at least I would have got Apocalypse to gear 18 first, and then second would have been Nemesis. But I needed more patience.
Patience pays off. And I wish that I was more patient. So I'm very patient, but sometimes even I will go a little faster than I want to. The slower you go, the better. I know a lot of people complain like, I don't feel any growth in my roster. Well, you're playing Marvel Strike Force. You're never going to feel that.
Yeah, and if you go too slow, you don't get that dopamine rush, MrHartgrave. I fully understand the smart thing and the thing that feels good. You got to balance both of those. And
yeah, you got to balance.
Well, the smart thing is to wait. You need some dopamine rushes every now and then, because it's a game that we're playing. It's not just about managing something like a business. trying to have fun. So yeah, you want these rushes every now and then.
I definitely had a moment when the scourge started and I opened up like 150 gold orbs and I built up secret defenders. Like I just built up Black Cat as soon as she dropped because my arena start's pretty crazy. And once again, there's another plug for it. Go check out that video. I did not have to do as much to Big Time Spider-Man as you think I did.
I'm waiting to see that. I'm waiting to see that.
Check that out, yeah.
Anything else that you got going on, Mr. Hartgrave? Thank you for joining me. Congratulations on the mention in the in-game mail. What else do you have to promote? What else do you have going on besides that Big Time Spider-Man video, the other video that's being featured? What else do you have going on? You seem like you're a busy person this week. Yeah,
a little bit. And I have a second channel. So if you haven't checked out my second channel, go check that out. It's doing rather well.
Make sure you send me the link. And if you do, I'll put it in the description.
You bet. That's Mr. Hartgrave from Parts Unknown. We do a lot of wrestling talk over there, and it's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, brother. I love that wrestling description. I love that wrestling talk. I couldn't even get it right. All right. I'll leave the wrestling to you. Thank you for all that.
You bring your Rudy Poo candy ass over to my second channel.
Oh, yeah. If you smell what Hartgrave is cooking. Thank you for joining us, guys. If you haven't already, check me out on social media. Check me out on social media. And if you want to see how to beat this Black Cat event as efficiently as possible, make sure you check out the video that I did yesterday up there. I will see you guys next time. Are you ready for that fist bump, Mr. Hartgrave?
Always, Valley.
And as hug fist bump, ValleyFlyin, Mr. Hartgrave out.